Crow fam, what it do? Crypto Tro bring you the latest and the greatest. And today, we talking about Crow. Y'all know how they go. And they doing some big things, man. Some very big things, trying to accomplish some features and some accomplishments that other crypto exchanges are not doing. And that's very important, especially at this time in the market, because we're starting to see a lot of people capitulate. A lot of people are saying that, the bull market is over. Cryptos won't go up. And we truly don't know how to feel until, after this tariff thing has passed over and things like that. But I think long-term wise, a lot of people are thinking so short-term, long-term wise. I do believe that crypto.com is going to be one of those crypto projects that you really want to pay attention to, because we know in my last video, I talked about how Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com and the Crypto.com team, has partnered with Trump Media and, preparing to put ETFs out that includes Crow in the basket of cryptocurrencies that this ETF will hold. So I think that's going to be super bullish. I know a lot of people are still stuck on that 70 billion token mint. Me personally, I kind of got over it now. I see the longer picture, what they're trying to do. And even if I didn't get over it, it happened, man. So you got to either pick a side. Are you going to sell out, or are you going to, hold it and stand the test of time? So today, man, we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into it. But before we do, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, turn on those notifications, because now we get in a perfect time to really start dollar cost averaging. And also, don't forget, click the link in the description to join the Discord. The Discord members join it each and every chance they can when I post the link. So click that link, join, get in. We talk about everything in the Discord. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what projects you're investing in. And also, my link for the crypto.com. If you haven't signed up already, sign up with crypto.com using my link, and we both start making money when you start investing in cryptocurrencies. And not only that, of course, you can buy Crow directly from, that's right, crypto.com. So let's get straight into it, man. Let's talk about it. Where we at with price today for Crow? So currently we are ranked 34 out of all the cryptocurrencies, man. I've been telling y'all we moving up in that top 25. We on the way to the, you know what I'm saying? We going up like that to the top 25, man. It's on the way. I've been saying this for months, since we was like at 45, I want to say 48, something like that. Now we rank 34, and crypto.com and Chronos was once upon a time a top 25 project, but I do see everything that they're currently doing and how they're building, and that's why I believe it is a top 25 crypto project. Now, price is at 10 cents. We are up 5% in, or on the day rather, in the past 24 hours. And shout out to everybody who, sold their Crow, man. They sold the Crow after the 70 billion token mint, and they didn't think Chris had something up his sleeve to make the price go up. So we do see prices have went up like crazy just from the announcement of that news, and it's really been staying steady. Not saying that it won't go down, because we can retrace back to prices before this news was announced. That's very much so possible. But I love to see how Crow is really standing up against the market right now, because the overall sentiment in the crypto space is just down. So we got to understand that. Now, the market cap for Crow right now is $2.76 billion. That's up 5%. And then we see the volume is at 38 million. That's down 2%. So we got to understand, man, this a part of the game. Prices fluctuate and things like that. But if we just zoom out, this past month, we are up 27%. And you could have actually got in the earlier days of March at right at 7 cents. So easy 30% gains in my personal opinion. Then if we zoom all the way out, man, we just zoom all the way out, we are up 427%. So if you've been investing since 2019, if you've been investing since 2019, then you should be up 400% if you got in, at that 1 cent mark. So almost about to hit a 10x. Almost. We almost at that 10x game. And I do believe that crypto.com Chronos can go back up to that 89 to $1 mark. I do think that is very much so possible. Now let's get into some of the news, man. We know Q1 of 2025 was very big for crypto.com. We seen equities, we seen sports trading contracts or sports contract trading, whatever the case may be. We seen ETF announcements. Now we going into Q2. We know the roadmap for crypto.com was very, excuse me, very big. We know the roadmap was really hitting all the accomplishments that they said, or all the things that they said they're going to do, plus more in Q1 of 2025. So Q2 should be an exciting time for Chronos at this moment in the market. I want to see what they have in store. Like I said, this ETF is going to be major. I'm not sure when is the exact date that they plan on, putting out and things like that. But this will be super, super major, man. So stay tuned for that. Now, also, don't miss your chance to win $750 of Crow. You can submit a U.S. prediction for any college basketball listening to join. Top 10 traders win money. So this is from March 26th to April 7th. And I love those sports trading contracts because it's almost like sports betting. They're not saying it's sports betting, but that's what it is. You're trying to predict who's going to win, this game, or who's going to win the tournament, or whatever the case may be. I love to see that. That gives us more utility for Crow. That gives us more utility for the crypto.com platform. And a lot of people say, Tro, why do you think Crow has utility? Look at all the things that you can do directly within the app that correlates with Crow. I never understood why people try to talk down on Chris and some of the other crypto.com team members when they say that they don't talk about Crow enough. I mean, yeah, does CZ talk about BNB? You know what I'm saying? Does a lot of these projects, do they directly talk about, their project, or do they talk about how their project can impact the world, or how their project can change how people view cryptos? And I think that's the bigger picture, man. I think that Chris is really trying to create an overall platform, not just for cryptocurrencies, but just a big financial platform, especially bringing stocks, bringing ETFs, giving Crow so much in-app utility. You can literally win free Crow just by participating in different things and doing different campaigns. So much things and so many use cases for this app that, especially right now. Now, it might die down as more users start to join, as they get more what's the word I'm looking for? More market share out of all these crypto exchanges. But for right now, I do think crypto.com offers the most rewards and the most utility directly within the app across the board for centralized exchanges, especially the ones that I've experienced and used. Let me take a little water break. But a lot of things bullish for, crypto.com at this moment in the market. Now, something else, man. Lion is now available on DeFi staking. If you don't know Lion, you know about the loaded Lions. It is an NFT project on crypto.com or Chronos, whatever the case may be. And also, they just came out. Their token is already at $1 billion market cap. But now you can DeFi stake your Lion directly in the app. And what is DeFi staking? Well, DeFi staking is where you take your crypto project, you lock it up, or take your token, lock it up for a certain period of time, and you receive a yield on that project. And that's another thing that crypto.com offers directly within the app. Now, you can earn up to 180% rewards of Lion. You receive rewards via appreciating conversion rate, and you can earn VVS, Corgi, and MTD, and more. So, like I said, man, just giving so much use case to cryptos directly within the app. I don't know any other centralized exchange that is currently doing this. Well, it might be some. I know Coinbase try to do it, but it'd be like small rewards, man. It'd be like, 3%. And 3% is pretty decent, if we looking at stocks and things like that. But when you go to the crypto world, you want at least, you want at least 50 to 100%. We are degenerates, man. We need those crazy yields. And not to say that, smaller yields aren't important, because over time, compound interest, it's ninth wonder of the world, wood and all of that. But at the same time, we gotta understand, man, crypto.com gives us the best chance to earn higher yields on the projects that we invest in. And that's another reason I'm bullish on crypto.com. Now, last but not least, shout out to Albert. Albert does amazing work telling us and keeping us up to date on, crypto.com. And he pretty much tweeted this out a couple of days ago. Hong Kong Security and Futures Commission has added 3 more centralized exchange licenses to the list in January and February, bringing the total number of applicants approved to 10. So while this progress is encouraging, crypto.com still awaits final approval. Back in June 2024, the SFC categorized crypto.com as deemed to be licensed, but the process has taken longer than anticipated. Crypto.com is the only remaining global exchange pushing to enter Hong Kong after Binance, Huobi, Gate, OKX, and Bybit withdrew their applications. So Crypto.com is standing to win, man. They like, hey, we need to get in Hong Kong. We need to be able to operate in Hong Kong. They know how important crypto and how fast crypto is growing in Hong Kong. So if this gets passed, if they finally get approved, this is also going to be a major game changer for crypto.com. So we really just sit on our hands waiting and seeing what the Hong Kong Securities and Future Commission is going to do. But I do think if we do get that passed, it's going to have so much growth to crypto.com, adding more users. And we know the user base has been growing like crazy. I do think that crypto.com is one of the fastest growing centralized exchanges that's currently out there right now. And we are just preparing ourselves, man, before we absolutely take off. So a lot of things going on. Am I still bullish on crypto.com? Of course. Why wouldn't I be? I'm not one of those fly-by-night type of guys, man. When I invest in something, I look at the long-term vision of it. And everything that crypto.com doing is long-term. I think a lot of people are so short-sighted on, how they feel and what they believe the team should be doing. And yes, some things might be necessary and to say that you don't agree with. Like I said, I didn't agree with the 70 billion token mint. I didn't agree with. I'm not going to agree with everything that a team does. But that's not to say that I'm just going to absolutely sell out, sell my entire bag before I can see what they try to do with it. And then especially at this moment in time in the market, like we got to understand, man, like right now in the market, everything is down. Nothing has really shown crazy appreciation like previous cycles. If anything, I would say 2024 was a better Q1 for 2024 than 2025. So I do think we will experience that euphoric feeling. I do think that we have yet to hit a full-on bull market. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. A lot of people are wrong, including myself. But at the end of the day, I do think long-term wise, crypto.com is one of those ones you really want to pay attention to. So Crypto Tro, that's my video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. And don't forget, man, link for the Discord is in the description as well, and my crypto.com link. So sign up. We both start making money when you start investing in the crypto space. Crypto Tro, I'm out of here.